Have you heard about greenwashing? It is everywhere and it is effective because it is a marketing spin. Companies mislead consumers about their environmental credentials, and it's difficult to see through such claims, which makes greenwashing successful. So successful that now it is lending the same strategy to other corporate claptrap, like gender washing. Now, this is a relatively new term and it works exactly like greenwashing. Over the past few years, gender washing has seen a dramatic rise. More companies are claiming that they support gender equality. They're committing to increase gender balance. They're touting gender diverse leadership. They're curating women's summits, press conferences, equality podcasts. But are they walking the talk? Are they practicing what they preach? Not particularly. According to research, these commitments are not translating into reality. There is little progress, and in some cases, it's one step forward followed by two steps back. Look at the US, for example. 2023 was almost historic for women in the US workforce, but in a really bad way. Across all C-suite positions, women lost seats for the first time in 2 decades. Women's representation across senior leadership roles saw a drop. The growth rate fell to its lowest in more than a decade. It dropped to 0.5% in 2023 as compared to 1.2% average in the years prior. So the rate was poor from the get-go, and now it has become worse. So much for all the tall claims on gender parity. And this is not an isolated scenario. In fact, it is better than the situation in many other countries. In the US, women hold 27% of C-suite positions, C-suite roles, 27% of them. In the UK, this number stands at 25%, in France, 24%, Germany, 19%, India, 15%. If these numbers look bad, trust me, it gets worse. Because C-suite is a broad term. It includes all upper levels of management, like chief finance officer or marketing officer. As you go up the ranks to chief executive officer, gender equality becomes increasingly invisible. Globally, only 5.4% CEOs are women, so there is a clear disconnect here. Companies are committing to better gender balance, but women's participation remains stubbornly low. Why is that? I'll give you 3 reasons why. First, many of these claims are hollow. Empty promises are made to get stakeholders off the company's back. The second reason is the labor market itself. It has certain dynamics. There are entrenched biases, stereotypes, and ways of working. Undoing even some of this needs more than bold public claims, because words mean nothing if they're not backed by actions. Which brings me to the third reason: gender equity fatigue. Most companies have what they call DEI initiatives. DEI stands for Diversity, Equity and Inclusion, DEI. In the past few years, DEI has become a legal and political target. Many say that it is a waste of time and money. Others believe it should not even exist, because the inclusion of women would lead to the exclusion of men, which is not true at all. But when top CEOs like Elon Musk criticize diversity and inclusion publicly, logic goes out the window, and such actions come with repercussions. For starters, reputation takes a hit, because empty promises are not a good look. Then there are the financial consequences. Study after study proves this. Firms with more women in senior positions are more profitable, more socially responsible, more innovative, and more resilient. The funny thing is, most people want the same thing. They want competitive organizations. They want successful leaders, meritocracy. This in itself should be a rallying call for gender equality. Instead, it takes the shape of an empty promise. Because it is easy to say the right thing, but doing the right thing takes a lot of work.